With a traditional full-time job in a company, there are many perks. Perks such as employment provident fund or retirement scheme, insurance, year-end bonus, as well as social security. So with so many perks, when someone does a full-time job, they feel really secure and they feel that they are able to pay all their bills in per month. So there's no hassle. So they feel very secure with this job. What about the job of a freelance tutor? Can the freelance tutor pay their bills every single month? Is it really worth it? So in this video, we are going to talk about the 5 perks of a freelance tutor, and then this is the non-financial side, and after that we are going to go into the financial side and job security of a private tutor. Stay tuned. Into it, there are 5 perks of a freelance tutor. The first perk is flexible hours. So with this job, you get to work at your own pace, your own timetable. If you feel like going on a holiday, you can feel free to do it anytime, and because of that, it's really flexible. Number 2 is continuous training. Because as a tutor, we need to deal with different students and parents, and in the course of our journey, we get to harness on our teaching skills, problem-solving skills, patience, punctuality, presentation, and communication skills. And the third perk is casual dressing. Because with tutoring, it is actually an informal setting. We can throw away the tie or the coat. When we go to a student's house, we get to teach the student one-to-one. So that is in a really relaxed, informal setting, and that way we get to dress quite casually. And so if you are doing online tutoring, that will be very, very casual in the way we can dress. The fourth perk is work from home. So whether as a home tutor or online tutor, we don't have to worry about transport, and that means no traffic jams. The fifth perk is to be able to broaden your knowledge. As you get to teach more and more students from different schools, such as in Malaysia, we have the Malaysian National Syllabus, and besides that, we get the chance to teach with students from international school with different syllables, such as Cambridge syllabus, American syllabus, as well as nearby over in Singapore National Syllabus as well. So with this different variety of syllables, we get to expand on our knowledge. For example, if you look into the subject of history, usually in the national school syllabus in Malaysia, we'll be able to learn about the history and the culture of Southeast Asia. Whereas with the Cambridge syllabus, we get to have the knowledge of knowing into the history of the Americas as well as Europe, the French Revolution, the French Renaissance. So we get to expand our knowledge, and we know that when we have a lot of knowledge, knowledge is power. So these are the 5 non-financial perks of a tutor, of a private tutor. So now we are going to look at what are the financial side of it. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial consultant, and if you are going to make any financial or investment decision, it is best that you do your own research and to make a good decision on it. So with the financial side, there's actually 2 categories. I like to put the first category as employment provident fund or a retirement fund, social security, insurance, and taxes. We know that in a traditional full-time job with the employment provident fund, social security, and insurance, all then has been done for the worker, so they don't have to worry about all this. But if we decide to become a private tutor, what it needs is good money management skills, Very important. Actually, with the Employment Provident Fund, Social Security and Insurance, you can actually pay on your own. And basically, you can determine how much you want to pay on what percentage level. And also with taxes. Because this is a business, and as a private tutor, it is wise to be able to set aside some money at the end of the month of your income to pay for taxes. So basically, we are able to do all this on our own by applying good money management skills. And the second category is fixed traveling allowance, paid public holiday leave, annual leave, sick leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, year-end bonus, performance bonus, medical coverage. So in a full-time job, usually the company will provide all these perks. But as a tutor, sadly, this is usually not provided. So if we want to become a tutor, how do we go about doing and making decisions when it comes to this? So basically, we have to weigh out the factors and the risks involved. What are we talking about over here? Well, we can have two scenarios over here. The first example of scenario 1, if in a full-time job, if you are getting paid 36,000 a year, so that comes to 3,000 a month. So with that average of 3,000 per month, what sort of work is involved? How many hours are we talking about? Are we talking about 48 hours a week? Are we talking about 55 hours? Are we talking about 65 hours a week in order to earn $3,000 per month? And other considerations are such as the cost of transportation. What about the time that we need to travel to work, and after when we finish work, the time that we need to travel back as well? What is the time of commuting, and how much time is needed in order to do that? What are the costs involved? Are there any traffic jam? Do I need to allocate additional time for that? What about the job itself? How stressful is the job? Am I able to manage it? So basically, we have to weigh out all these factors when making a decision. And this is the first scenario. So let's look at the second scenario. With the second scenario here, we have a private tutoring business. So let's say we got someone who is becoming a private tutor, and he's earning $60,000 per year. So $60,000 per year, that comes up to about $5,000 per month. So $5,000 per month. Let's weigh it out. It is a bit risky. This is a business, true. Let's consider the hours. How many hours am I working in order to gain this amount of income? Am I working more hours, or the hours is less? Usually with a private tutoring business, the hours are flexible. Usually it is lesser. What about transport? In terms of transport, are we spending time traveling to the customer's place and back, or is it a home-based tutoring business? So that means that all the students are coming to our house in order to study. Or better still, is it online tutoring? So that means that I don't have to worry about transportation costs, traffic jams, and so forth. What are the risks involved? So basically, it may be quite risky because it is a business. Business comes, business goes. Sometimes it is high, sometimes it is low. So by earning 5,000 a month, are we able to absorb all the costs involved? The cost of transportation, what if I get sick? What if I need to go on leave? What if I need to go on a holiday? So does it cover the cost? So we really have to weigh out which one we decide on. So either with the scenario 1, we can decide to hang on to a full-time job with 3,000 a month with all the perks, or we can decide to go for a job like a private tutor, where else we get to do for 5,000 a month, and we might be quite comfortable with that. So if we decide to go for option B, or if we decided to become a tutor and we are willing to take the risk, what are some of the things that we can do in order to strengthen our position? Meaning to say, how can we make our job much more secure? The question is that we can try to have at least 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, because anything can happen, accidents can happen, we are living in very uncertain times, no amount of job is secure. Sometimes we have this job and all of a sudden we lose it, and it is important for us to have some sort of security. So that's why it is very important to have a emergency fund, at least 3 to 6 months, just in case anything happen, we have a safe net. So that's that. So what else can we do to strengthen our position? As we notice that in the as a tutor, when we gain more and more experience in our tutoring journey, we'll be able to earn higher rate of pay. We can charge higher, and because of that we get more money. So if we get to increase our income, and traditionally, what do we do with the income that we get? Usually after paying all the bills, we will put it in a bank, usually in a savings account. So it is good to be able to enjoy multiple streams of income, because if we got our money just from tutoring, so if something happened, then what should we do? So it's good to be able to get income from different sources. One example of that is that instead of having our money in the bank in a savings account, usually it pays less than 1 or 2% per annum. So instead of having the money all there, why not park our money in other investments such as unit trusts, government bonds, the stock market, or even with the foreign exchange. So if we can try to do that, then we'll be able to get income from different sources. We are getting it from our tutoring, we are getting it from our investment, we are getting it from here, we can start a YouTube channel, we are getting from different sources. So that will really secure our position as a tutor. As a tutor, we know that we get to enjoy flexible hours. So usually we work for some hours, we usually have some spare hours around. So that's a good idea to be able to do some side hustle. So at the end of the day, we have to weigh out the situation. A full-time job with all its perks, what sort of package are we talking about? What sort of sacrifice we need to make over a private tutoring business, where else this is what we are getting and what we need to sacrifice for it. So it is important for us to be able to weigh it out and make a good decision regarding that. So what do you think about this, folks? If you have any comments, please do so, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.